Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading about somebody that feels like things are getting like ish is hitting the fan and everything changes all at once. There's some negative energy here. I want to be a little bit careful because I don't want to dwell on this, but the lily can often signify peace or almost like retirement, like somebody that found this little bubble where they didn't have to deal with a lot of issues. And then the coffin is a bit of negative energy. An ending can actually mean death, of course, because it's a coffin. But feels to me like what we specifically have here is somebody felt like things were fine, and then all of a sudden everything changes. It kind of feels to me like this is a little bit of karmic justice, but we will find out for you. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I think we need to use the energy oracle, see what else we get, and then we'll have to dive into the tarot. Healer of the ages. Okay, not that one. Interesting. Okay, so Healer of the Ages is accompanied by the second chakra, Archangel Ariel, and rest and rejuvenation. Interesting because this very much so aligns with the Lily card that we have. It could be a sense of somebody needing to stay calm during a difficult situation. There's a lot of positive energy coming from these cards, and a lot of a sense that the individual that I'm reading for has a light that attracts other people, but also a need to have a little bit of meditative time or time to themselves. The second chakra is the third eye. So this can be about self-reflection, perhaps needing to share your light with others, right? Because if we have an ending of this rest and rejuvenation, it might be less about I don't know if I can go that far. I don't think I don't think shit's hitting the fan for this healer. I think the healer has been strategically placed so that they can help others that are going through a difficult time. So there's a little bit of responsibility here for somebody that has the ability to help. We'll use the Meta Muse and see what else we get for you. So you may be kind of feeling like you've found yourself in a little bit of a strange situation. Like maybe you didn't anticipate years ago that you would be where you are now. But there might be a very destined reason why you're there. We have the Princess of Swords in the reverse, which is the Page of Swords in the reverse. This can hint towards um, unrest, gossip, money issues. It could be money issues since we had the Six of Pentacles come out at the same time. We also have the Emperor. You could be finding yourself in kind of an unusual situation, whether that's your job, your relationship, maybe you moved somewhere, maybe you're taking care of somebody. But there's somebody here that's used to a lot of power, being in control, telling people what to do or how to live. This could be a fatherly energy. This could be a boss or a leader within a community. And it's kind of looking to me like you're there to help people associated with this emperor. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Seven of Cups. I think you're there to dispel an illusion. think you have the ability to see through people's shenanigans, their manipulations. You wouldn't come out as the healer of the ages unless you'd already been through some shit, right? This is number 51. I want to say this is the second to last card in the Energy Oracle deck, and there is a sense of progression in those cards, right? You're like going through different stages of life and learning from those situations, becoming wiser. So, this is an elevated reading. This isn't for everyone, right? This is somebody who knows how to invoke their own power to create a meaningful change within a community. So you're not afraid to speak up. You're not afraid to call somebody on their bullshit. There's somebody here that might need to be dethroned. This Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is making me feel like nobody really knows how to create this ending, but you might have the secret sauce, right? You might have the answer to how to help this community move forward, whether that's your family, whether that's a workplace, you'll know where it fits, right? Ace of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I'm very drawn to the peacock in the background. Kind of confirming what I said earlier, there's something here about you having the secret sauce because peacocks are very distinctive. They're beautiful. Almost giving me like a little bit of a secret spy vibe, right? Like you win people over. There's a genuine, like, respectable energy to you. And people struggle to dislike you, even though you do bring out some of that like envy or people not really knowing why they dislike you, maybe just because they feel like they don't look good next to you. But there's an opportunity, and it's because of like you're being given this opportunity to make change because you have a certain set of skills. And I believe, in particular, calling somebody out or standing up to authority is a big part of that because you know how to present respectfully and get access, I think is the main idea with this King of Cups. People feel like you have some sense of wisdom and charm to offer a situation. I definitely feel like we have money issues here. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying our Page of Swords in the reverse when I said this could, talk about tax issues or financial issues. Hi there, Redbeard. How are you doing? Hello, Drew. Hello, Daywalker. So, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody that doesn't have the ability to offer stability, doesn't have dependability, reliability. They don't have that element of earth really figured out. And it could be a sense of like, I'm kind of getting a lone wolf vibe, somebody that feels rejected by society. So they found a way to be kind of a thorn in its side. So I hate to say it, but I'm just going to go there. You can not like my video or like it all you want. Kind of like an Elon Musk vibe. Like the dude has perfected losing billions of dollars. uh, Somebody has overestimated their ability in a financial situation, be it corporate or personal, and they're being rejected in a public situation. Like there's poo being thrown in their direction, right? Like you messed this up, you lost this, you did this, whatever it is. There's a little bit of a scandal or a sense of blame here. And this person doesn't really want to believe it. It's like they're trying to casually dismiss it, but their desire to be seen as the King of Pentacles is difficult. It's a balancing act. And I feel like there are illusions built into this, meaning somebody might be lying about what the valuation is of something. Somebody might be lying about what money they have or whether or not they own their own cars, things like that, right? Very much so invested in I'm rich, respect me because I'm rich, that kind of idea. Hi there, Pharaoh. How are you doing? So we've got somebody here that is going to create a little bit of an earthquake. The Four of Wands in the reverse underneath the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is like, you're a little too comfortable. You got to a certain elevated position and thought that you didn't have to do any work, thought that everything was just easy, and now you're going to be kind of made an example of, right? Hey there, Voodoo. How are you doing? Hi, Mountain Girl. So glad you're back. Nice. Ace of Cups. Very drawn all of a sudden to the skull on the Seven of Cups. Remember, we had the King of Cups offering a giant chalice. Here's that giant chalice again. It's like I'm playing Mortal Kombat and I have to choose which particular combination of punches and roundhouse kicks will deliver the death blow, which is very dramatic, but we do have the coffin over here. This could literally be somebody in a legal situation saying, this is the evidence I need to be able to charge someone. This is the accusation that will take somebody down or will demonstrate that somebody is not fit to be where they are. The Ace of Cups is normally a very loving, creative, generous energy, but this is coming across to me as karmic justice, ending something. This is the cup you ordered through your actions. You decided to be selfish and greedy and step on those that helped you, stepped on those that didn't deserve it. So here's your sign, right? Oh, this is getting a little dark for a morning read. Stay with me, you guys. It's page 13. What? What are you talking about? Goodness. Page of Pentacles or Princess of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Cups. I kind of feel like we got this combination yesterday. There was an opportunity for somebody to step down, for somebody to do what was right. After a series of missteps or a series of selfish decisions, the universe was like, hey, you can make this right. It's going to be painful, and you probably don't want to do it. But if you do it, it's better than what happens if you don't. If you ever feel like you have that invitation, take it. It feels to me like this is like the Tower card. The Tower card is a moment in your life where you are offered an exit. Hey, the fire alarm is going off. You should probably exit the building. And some people refuse to listen to those warnings. This is somebody that is being told, remember when you first pursued whatever this is, relationship, corporation, leadership, whatever has elevated you as such, your original goals, what were they? How far have you deviated from that? How perverted has that goal become because of your greed, because of your determination to be like all powerful. This is like, take a moment, breathe, think about what you actually want in life. Think about who you want to be in life. Think about what you would do to correct some of those issues, right? And somebody decided, nah, I like this monster that I've become. I like the power that I have. I like that people are afraid of me. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Ballsy. And yet, stupid. Like, I haven't said it in a while, but I'd say it to your face, right? Whoever this emperor is, you signed up for some pretty gnarly karma. I don't ever read these in the reverse, but we have companionship. And it kind of feels to me, because I set it down like that underneath Healer of the Ages, it's validating that somebody out there that resonates with this healer energy, the David and Goliath story I have here, has gone through some loneliness. And some would view that as a weakness. I'm here to tell you, solitude and enjoying solitude, getting through a lonely chapter in your life, that's strength. That's a weapon in a way, because often people will threaten you with losing people, like friends, losing favor, not having, a chance at winning the popularity contest, as like a consequence if you don't do things your way. If you don't fear being alone, in some sense, you're untouchable. Like, yeah, go ahead, try to, call me out for something, but I'm going to make sure everybody hates you. Go for it. See if I care. The people who I want on my side will be able to see through any of your bullshit, your lies, your illusions. The people who are worth my time will see my energy for what it is. I don't need your approval. I don't need your like, ooh, did you see how cool this person is? Fuck you. Like, I hope I don't get totally screwed on that gesture, but like, so over the people that feel like they have control over how others perceive somebody else. We're smarter than that, okay? We can all draw our own conclusions. We can use our intuition and our discernment to figure out you're a snake and you're not. And the people who are willing to be led like sheep, I don't care. The sooner you feel that way, the easier it is for you not to be messed with by people like this emperor. So I feel like whoever I'm reading for, we have the healer and we have the emperor. The healer has already gone through some measure of being alone. That's why we have this rest and rejuvenation, right? So that can't be a threat to them, right? Like, go for it. Dang, I just said discernment. And we have discernment. I'm going to take it in the reverse. I don't normally look at these cards as something to be reversed, but you're showing up on a scene where there are a lot of people that don't use their intuition, a lot of people that don't use their discernment. So you're going to be like the person directing traffic. Like, hey, all you blind people, did you notice that your leader is actually a POS? Did you notice that they're taking from you? Did you notice that they don't care about you? Do you maybe deserve better than that? That requires somebody that A, has discernment and intuition of their own, B, has a strong moral character, and C, isn't afraid to speak up in a room of people that probably disagree with you. Because it takes a pretty special energy for that, right? I firmly believe that that's what this community is built up of. So high five to you for being a saucy broad or a stand-up dude, whatever you want to identify as. You do things your way, but with good intentions. This is the Egyptian Tarot. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Cups again. A last chance. Because I see this Emperor who's very focused on power and money, rejecting an opportunity to do things right. And it's like, you're going to swoop in. And whether it's like direct or like more nuanced, your one last opportunity for this person to do things the right way. I don't think they're going to take it. I don't think they're going to change, but let's have a little bit of positivity, shall we? Maybe they will. Six of Pentacles again. I feel like there's a chance Libra is important in this reading. You might have Libra in your chart, or they might, but of course it's also represented by scales, right? And we're talking about justice here. We're talking about karma for this Emperor. Five of Swords in the reverse. Make amends, make things right, or shit's gonna hit the fan. That's the message they're getting. They maybe don't want to admit it to themselves. They maybe don't want to talk about it with anybody else. They may be dreaming about this. They may be getting that message via music. But the universe is like, I'm going to take everything that you have unless you fix this. Magician in the reverse, King of Pentacles in the reverse. I see this literally as what I just said, right? Like, I'm going to take everything from you. The Magician in the upright is somebody that is capable, somebody that knows how to handle things, somebody that has the resources they need to get something done. Did I say hi, Peggy? Hi, Peggy. This person's going to lose their leadership, their position, their money, their possessions. This could be somebody dealing with the law, getting caught for doing something that they shouldn't have. King of Wands in the reverse, starting wars that they shouldn't, fighting on behalf of people they shouldn't, and making a mockery of the leadership position they were granted. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Another reference to healing, like our Rest and Rejuvenation card. I don't see it as healing. I see it as punishment. I'm looking at the dude down here. I'm trying to remember if that's how they denoted priests in that particular position. I can't remember, but that's also similar to the position of my Bast statue. I think somebody is going to lose a job, lose their reputation, potentially lose their freedom. This is like major consequences time. FAFO kind of stuff. Six of Cups in the reverse. Somebody failed to realize that times are changing. Somebody has been around for long enough where they might be considered like a good old boy. Let's keep gender a little bit removed, right? Because this could be talking about somebody's energy, not their gender, right? Somebody was living in the past, not wanting to accept that their bribery or their manipulations or their outright illegal activity would go undiscovered or would not be like dealt with, right? This is how we've always done things. I've never gotten caught before. I've never had to like, pay the piper before. Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Someone's going to make a fool of themselves. This is the Emperor energy. There's like major loss that is public. And then this person like goes like riding around in their fancy car or literally goes on tour, whatever it is, some sort of public platform. They might have a YouTube, for example. They might have the ability to go on like national shows and do interviews, but whatever it is, somebody looks like a big like fool because they're not willing to accept that things have been changing and continue to change for the worse for them. They refuse to apologize and they refuse to be honest about the actual state of their affairs and of their reputation. So a little bit of denial, right? Distance. Physical or emotional distance is hurting a connection. I feel like this is somebody that feels betrayed by this emperor that has information that's important, is willing to, what's the like current like real situation? Switching sides. Like, all right, I guess this person doesn't really care about me the way that I thought, or I guess this person isn't as good a partner as I thought. So I'm just gonna like move on and tell the truth. Ex-partner. Somebody that used to team up with this emperor. I don't think this is romantic. I don't know, maybe they flirted with that, but this feels more like business. There is somebody from this emperor's past that is going to like blow their cover or make it like impossible for them to deny what happened. Burning bridges. Gotta be careful when you do that shit, This person, this emperor felt like they were infallible. Nobody could really touch them, right? We have the Queen of Cups again. We had her over here as well. And the reverse with the Three of Cups. There's somebody very upset with this emperor. This is that ex-partner. Like, we used to be on the same side. You used to vouch for me. You used to make things easier for me. And now you've done something that pisses me off, right? Hi there, Sean. How are you doing? Thank you. Yes, exactly, Pharaoh. Exactly. The Star and the reverse. Ace of Swords. Losing favor in a public forum or a public community being canceled is another way to look at this, because there is some truth that dims somebody's shine, right? The limelight is not there for a positive reason. It's there to, where were you on September the 8th, right? Like, we're going to ask you very specific questions because we think you did something you shouldn't have, that kind of thing. Four of Wands, Five of Swords in the reverse. The Five of Swords in the reverse, we also had right here. We also had the Four of Wands in the reverse right below, or sorry, right above it. So these two cards coming out in a pair again means something. A leadership position or a community is deserving of like reparations or repair, in the sense of rules and people involved in that community having what they deserve, right? So like, let's say, for example, this emperor is the boss in a restaurant and the boss is taking the tips instead of letting the workers have those tips. This is like the restaurant being called out in the community paper or the state paper, whatever it is, and people like not being cool with the fact that they're taking the tips, right? There's a realization of somebody doing something they shouldn't do, and like a revolt or an uprising, like, that's not okay. You're not representing us. We don't like how you handle this, and you're being like escorted off the premises, right? Like, you're done. The Chariot in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. The Chariot in the reverse makes me feel like we have somebody realizing all of a sudden they have like no gas. They can't go forward. They don't have a means of progressing. They don't have a means of making more money. They don't have a means of retaining this power. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like somebody's trying to dip with money. Like, okay, if this is just totally screwed, I'm going to take whatever I can and try to, start a new life somewhere else. But like, there's something about like, I know this is ruined now. I've got to take whatever I can and leave. Like, this person's a little bit scared, I think. Kind of giving me like Circe vibes. We have a meeting, two or more people. This feels to me like much more than two people. This could be like a group of people getting together to say, this is not who we want leading us. This is not who we want governing us. This is not who deserves all of that money, a little bit of a pitchfork vibe here. Let's find them. Let's deliver some justice, right? That's true. Interlude. Do you ever watch? Okay, here's what I'm going to say. There's that scene in Black Panther that just came through my mind where he has a message from, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, a message from somebody via a dream. And it's very important. It's like everything freezes for a second and a message is delivered. This could be to the healer or to the emperor or both. But there is a message and it gives clarity and direction. This is what you need to do. And sometimes the difference between winning and losing is whether or not somebody listens to the message or not. Because I know for a fact this healer, they're going to listen to the message. The emperor is probably going to be like, I know better. I don't need to listen to your advice. Look at how far I've come on my own. Bitch, you're like running away from the scene. Like, You aren't as cool as you think you are. Let's go with the beginner's tarot, get a little bit more, even though this reading is starting to make me feel a little uncomfortable. I'm going to be using so much sage after this reading. All right. Nine of Swords in the reverse, Seven of Wands in the reverse. There's an attempt to announce to people or send a message, present a facade of control. I don't actually have control over what's happening in my life, but I don't want anybody else to think that I don't have control, right? This person, this emperor, is concerned about vultures. If people feel like I am wounded in some way, or I don't have, protection in some way, they might try and come and take what is mine because it isn't rightfully mine. With the star, it's giving me like an escaped prisoner that has that like spotlight on them. Like, you're free now, but it's only a matter of time. Like, we see you, we know where you're headed. We're gonna like hunt you down. This is so uncomfortable. I don't like this reading, but we all need to know sometimes karma might be delayed, but it finds you eventually. And I feel like this person, the Chariot in the reverse, had some sort of relationship with law enforcement that made it easier for them to behave the way that they have, but they're no longer able to rely on that. With the Ace of Pentacles, it kind of feels to me like somebody with more money or somebody with more power has negated whatever partnership or relationship protected this emperor from scrutiny before. Justice. Six of Cups. Somebody who knows this emperor very well, somebody who has known them for a long time and likely done business with them, is going to get betrayed. Let me rephrase that. The partner of this emperor had been betrayed by the emperor, and now it's their turn to betray the emperor. Like, normally I get great vibes off the Six of Cups. That's like, oh, I've known you forever, like nostalgia, like, oh, I love you, that kind of thing. But this is like a stinging kind of, I've known you forever, right? How could you do that to me kind of vibe? Eight of Wands in the reverse. Untrustworthy, theft, oppressive, jealousy, delays, frustration. Things are not going well for this emperor because they have put negative energy out there, because they have been greedy, because they have been controlling, and it's not really appreciated. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading.